Hello and welcome back to somebody on the rest of the debate and to King and Queen of the Ring out of 10. A new King and Queen would be crowned as WWE returned to Saudi Arabia, but it also featured some other big matches, including Cody Rhodes defending his title against Logan Paul, as well as much more. But we started things off on the buy-in or pre-show with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, and they inflicted a knee injury on Belair in the opening round of the match that reared its head on Friday and ultimately cost the EST of WWE her semi-final against Nia Jax. After a backstage confrontation, the match was made official. The challengers targeted Belair's injury and did an effective job keeping Cargill out of the action. Once the Fiend tagged in, their championship chances dwindled towards zero. Belair and Cargill worked together on a wheelbarrow DDT followed by a wheelbarrow suplex from the latter. They scored the victory 3 seconds later, with the EST pinning LeRae. Solid action, hot crowd and superb chemistry on display. With a little more heat, it could have been better, but I think the title holders were obviously going to retain, and they did, and maybe the lack of unpredictability took away from what was otherwise a fun match. 6 out of 10. Before it's time for the main card, the Women's World Championship, Becky Lynch against Liv Morgan. Mysterio revealed before the match that he flew to Jeddah to ensure Liv didn't win the world title. However, it didn't go to according to plan. Morgan defeated Lynch with a banger, capturing the title previously held by Rhea Ripley and writing the latest chapter in her revenge tour. The chemistry between these two have been on display on several counters, and yeah, it worked really well here. Morgan's the heel was even better. Near falls where the crowd was invested in the interferences by Mysterio was executed in a way that makes him look like a ball on the surface, but also creates questions over his status with Morgan. It also creates further dissension within the Judgment Day, as incidents with Damian Priest tweeting about it. The entire presentation of this was excellent and a phenomenal way to kick off the show, and yeah, gets the 7 out of 10 from me. Before it's time for Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed for the IC title. Beloved by the fans in Saudi, Sami retained the championship in the big match, but not without controversy. Late in the bout, Gable berated Otis for not attacking Zayn on his orders. The big man fired up and attempted to close on the champion, only to accidentally level his coach and cost him the match. The accident preceding that moment was strong, with some great freeway spots and a jaw-dropping top rope suicida from Reed. Zayn stayed in the battle, and when the time came, he rocked the largest competitor with a Hoover kick. Who steps up to Zayn next bears watching, but just as intriguing is what happens to the Avra Academy. I can kind of see these two stories continuing to intertwine because I think they work really nicely together, especially with Zayn's history as well. So yeah, for me this worked really nicely and gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Before it's time for the Queen of the Ring final, Lyra Valkyria against Nia Jax, and Valkyria's monumental rise ended in disappointment as Nia Jax defeated her. The former NXT Women's Champion shined, throwing everything she had at her bigger and stronger opponents. Unfortunately, it was her determination that failed her. Just during a sunset flip powerbomb off the ropes, Valkyria failed to muster the power she needed to bring Jax to the mat. Instead, the irresistible force dropped straight down, delivering what Groves called for the Garniest Annihilator for the pinfall victory. The match was good. It was a solid David Goliath. Valkyria looked great, and Jax dominated and sold when necessary. This sets up Jax versus Bayley at SummerSlam, and yeah, it'll be put on a great match for both. And yeah, I think for Valkyria it's the first of many, but for Jax, I think with how well she's done since she's returned to the company, I think she really deserves a moment like this. So yeah, this was great stuff and gets 7 out of 10 from me. We then got the King of the Ring final between Randy Orton and Gunther. It's a clean sweep for the heels Saturday in Jeddah as Gunther won the King of the Ring tournament, out wrestling and capitalising on the battered body of Randy Orton to earn the win and capture the crown. A gruelling physical match that saw both competitors beat the life out of each other, pursuing one another in pursuit of the King of the Ring crown and a shot at their brand's world title. Orton did some of the best selling of his career, pitting over the injured back and bad knee that has been established before the match weakness the ring general exploited. The back prevented him from following up on the RKO, while the bad knee kept him from putting proper weight on the pinfall after a second. This allowed them to grab hold of him execute crucifix and score the win. Orton's shoulder was clearly up during the pinfall attempt, but outside of the brief mention of Gray's and commentary, it's not mentioned, so it'd be intriguing to see this as part of the storyline. But despite that, it was a banger between two guys with a history of paying attention to little things. Gunther looked great. Orton reminded everyone why he's still one of the best of all time, and yeah, it was a match wrapped up in credibility. Gunther will challenge for the world title at SummerSlam against maybe Triple H, Damian Priest or Drew McIntyre, defending on Clash of the Castle. So yeah, that'll be great. And yeah, this gets an 8 out of 10 from me. I can't speak high enough about it. I'm so excited for that match. A brilliant match. And Gunther, yeah, boy oh boy, he's the man. He keeps on delivering. We then got the undisputed WWE Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul. Paul did everything he could to try and take the title from Cody, including breaking out his brass knucks on 2 separate occasions, but the American Nightmare wouldn't be denied. Rhodes overcame an attack to the ribs with a weapon and a late show blow to stay in the fight. Saudi Arabian actor and comedian Ibrahim Al-Hajjaj, who was a special guest announcer, prevented the challenger from using the brass knucks one last time, and the distraction allowed the champ to deliver 3 consecutive crossroads to retain the gold. The match only solidified Paul as one of the best big match performances in WWE, despite his inexperience, while proving Rhodes with another successful early title reign. It was a great main event that had fans buying into the idea that Paul could do it, and the wrestlers worked on every week on TV. Maybe you couldn't even produce performances like that. It's what made Paul great, and I thought the whole big fight feel around it really elevated this. Overall, King of the Ring gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, the action across the board was all solid. It's a great main event. Some brilliant matches before that, and we also even got some new champs, and I think both the King and the Queen of the Ring were fully deserving. So on the whole, I thought it was a really good pay-per-view across the board. Really gets 7 out of 10 from me.
That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.